Good morning children, welcome back to English class. So in yesterday's class we have discussed C reading from 5th unit, right? That is abandoned. I hope you have written classwork. In today's session we'll finish workbook part. 5th unit A reading we have already done. So from B reading we'll finish workbook part today, okay? Open your workbooks, page number 374, passage number 6. Okay, so it's from B reading, Storied House 2, part 2. Okay, so you pause the video and read the paragraph which has been taken from the textbook and then try to answer the questions along with me. Okay, so first one, Patil advised Bayaji. So Patil means who here? Kondiba Patil. Kondiba Patil. So what did he advise to Bayaji? What was his advice? Read the options. So Kondiba Patil advised Bayaji to withdraw the idea of building a house. Here house means especially building a storied house. Patil suggested him, you can construct a house. I am not saying no for that. So you can construct normal 3 conventional portion house, but don't construct storied house as you are belongs to a Mahar caste and normally treated as untouchable persons. So you should not forget your position. So don't construct storied house. That was the suggestion given by Kondiba Patil. Okay, so option A is correct. Next, the thing that was too much for Kondiba to bear was. So what was that thing which was causing it was causing tension for Kondiba? What was that? Bayaji's building a storied house. Option D. Bayaji's is building a storied house that was too much for Kondiba to bear, because till then in their village there was only one storied house that belongs to Kondiba Patil, again who is from upper caste. So actually he was a Brahmin. So the news that Bayaji was constructing a storied house was too much for him to listen or bear. Okay, next, Bayaji was a little dizzy with nervousness because. So why? When he was talking to Kondiba Patil, he felt some kind of nervousness and dizziness. Why? What was the reason for that? What is the reason? He feared that Kondiba would be angry. So he feared, he was frightened that Kondiba would be angry. So because of that thought, he felt that little dizziness and nervousness. Okay, next, fourth one. The text you have just read is. So what it is, children? So is it a picturesque description? No. A narrative? An essay? A moral story? It's a narrative, children. Okay, it's a narrative. Next, turn the page. Fifth question. No, but Bayaji flattered. Why do you think Bayaji flattered? So here, Bayaji was not able to give proper answers to Kondiba Patil. Why? Why he was in that condition? So just now we discussed that Bayaji was afraid. He was frightened. He thought Kondiba Patil may get angry on him as he was trying to construct a storied house. So because of that, he was not able to give proper answers for him. Okay, that's why he was flattered. Next, what does Kondiba mean by saying, do you aspire to an equal status with us by building this house? So what is the meaning of this one? Kondiba Patil, why did he say that? So the meaning is, why are you going to construct the storied house? What are you going to prove? Are you going to prove that you are in equal position along with us. So you also belongs to the upper caste. So what's your desire? What do you want to prove? Do you want to aspire the equal status along with us? So that was the thing said by Kondiba Patil. Next, what do you think other high caste people murmured that the untouchables were forgetting their position? So not only Kondiba Patil, even some other people from the village, especially who belongs to the upper caste or high caste, even they also started murmuring by saying that nowadays these untouchables are forgetting their positions. So they are trying to reach, or they are trying to attain the equal status along with us. So that was because at the time, so there was caste discrimination. It was clearly untouchability was there. So untouchables were treated like very low status. They were not given equal rights along with them. So that's why even some people who belongs to higher caste also thought like that. Okay. Yes. Remaining, try to do it on your own. Now we'll move on to the next bit, that is editing. Okay, before that even we'll complete this one from C reading as well. Okay, so this is page number 381, poem Abandoned, which we have discussed yesterday. From that questions are there. Let us see. 8th one, abandoned to the garbage bin. Who do you think is abandoned? So abandoned to the garbage bin. Who were abandoned? Baby. The baby was abandoned to the garbage bin. Abandoned means what? Having been left or deserted by somebody or someone. So the baby was left in the garbage bin by his heartless parents. Okay. Next. The expression the labored breath means. Labored breath means what? Yesterday we discussed labored means difficult. It became very difficult for the baby to breathe. Option A. The baby was crying because. Why was the baby crying? Why? Because mosquitoes and insects were eating its fingers. So baby was in garbage bin. There were so many mosquitoes and insects. They were eating baby's fingers. That's why baby was crying. Option B. Mosquitoes and insects were eating its fingers. Next. What do you understand by the expression an outcast of destiny? So there is one expression from the poem, right? An outcast of destiny. So destiny means fate. Okay. Outcast means result. So what is the result of his destiny? Why the baby was left like that? The people are saying that he was left like that because of his destiny. The baby's destiny was like that. He was very unlucky, unfortunate. That's why he was left. Otherwise, if he is fortunate, if he is lucky, he also would be like the normal children. Okay, he would have get all the love by his parents, but it was his fate because of his destiny. As a result of his destiny only, he was like in the garbage bin. He was left out in the garbage bin. So that was the meaning of the expression an outcast of destiny. Okay. Next, describe the physical features of the baby. So yesterday we discussed that one, right? How was the baby? So his face, ears, fingers, how even they have changed their color itself, right? Okay. What we discussed? Sea blue nose and fingertips. That means nose and fingertips turned into sea blue color, and even cyanized lips. Okay, he was looking like a crab. That means solid waste material. Okay, those are the physical features of the baby. Okay, next one, do it as homework. Move on to the third part, that is editing. Okay, page number 386. Passage number 6. Editing. So observe children, here one paragraph is given. 13 to 17. Observe the numbers. Okay, that means what? From 13 to 14. Maybe there will be two sentences, but one mistake will be there. Okay, again from 14 to 15, one mistake. 15 to 16, 16 to 17, one mistake. Like that, totally 5 mistakes will be there. Okay, so you need to take care of punctuation marks like observe, comma, full stop, quotations, question mark, exclamatory mark and all. Then even check for spelling mistakes, capital letters as well. Then check auxiliary verbs, articles, main verbs, prepositions, adjectives, adverbs. Okay, these are the main things you have to concentrate while finding the mistakes. Okay, so let us try to find out. First one is what? The house was complete and the traditional housewarming ceremony was planned. The house was complete and the tradition housewarming. What we have to say? Housewarming ceremony. It's a noun. Okay. So here we have to write the adjective. Traditional. What we have to say? Traditional. We say that, right? Traditional dress. Okay. Traditional occasion. Traditional event. So traditional housewarming ceremony. Traditional. NAL. Okay. That is a mistake. Second one. Invitations were sent to relatives in different villages. So observe the verb here. Invitations were. Were means past tense. Were is used for past tense plural. Invitations plural. That's why were was used. Okay. So invitations were sent. It is in past tense. What is the past tense of send? Send, sent, sent. So invitations were sent. S-E-N-T. S-E-N-T. Sent to relatives in different villages. The village elders, by convention, could not be invited to a meal or refreshments. So they were invited to the ceremonial Pan Supari. The village elders, by convention, could not be invited. What we have to say here also, mistake here in verb. Could not be invited. Could, auxiliary verb. So if you get could either in positive case or negative case, verb must be in V3 form. So we have to say invited. Okay, invited. Could not be invited to a meal or refreshments. So they were invited to the ceremonial Pan Supari. Next, 16th one. Bayaji put off a fine bundle in front of the house. What we have to say here? Bayaji put off a fine bundle. Here it is put up. He put up. It's not put off. Put off is opposite of put up. He constructed that, right? So that's called as put up. Bayaji put up a fine bundle in front of the house. Next, his sons worked hardly for 2 full days on the decorations. So here hardly we don't say children. Here we have to say worked hard. How did they work? They worked hard. They worked hard for 2 full days on the decorations. Hardly means, again, hardly means we use it as adjective, right? Hardly. Okay, often, like that. So here we have to say only his sons worked hard. They worked very hard. Okay, for full 2 days, 2 full days on the decorations. Okay, I am repeating the mistakes once. First one, traditional. Second one, sent. Third one, invited. Fourth one, put up. Fifth one, hard. Okay, next passage, passage number 7. Well-known devotional singers Kadagamkar Buwa, Parasu Buwa, Kalekar Bapu Master, Jija Buwa and Vithoba Vargan came with their troops. Where is the mistake here? Well-known. K-N-O-W-N. Well-known. Well-known devotional singers. Well-known means famous. Okay. Second one. People looked forward with delight to the forthcoming contest between the various troops. So, various troops. Various troops means so many troops had arrived, right? There was a competition among the troops, not between. Between should be used for two. If there are only two troops, two groups, we have to say between. But there are more than two groups. So many groups are there. That's why we have to say among. Okay? So everybody was looking forward for the contest among the various troops. Next, in the evening, 4 Petermarks lights were hung. What we have to say? Were means past tense. Hung. Hang, hung, hung. Hung. H-U-N-G. Hung. Were hung in the 4 corners of the pandal. It lent a unique golden yellow light to the surroundings. Guests were engrossed with conversation. Guests were engrossed. Engrossed means completely involved. Okay. Guests were engrossed with conversation. With conversation, what we have to say? In conversation. So it is a mistake in preposition. Okay. Guests were engrossed in conversation. Next, Kondiba Patil is soon there. Okay, see children, if you observe this paragraph carefully, all the verbs are in past tense. So here, what we have to say, even auxiliary verbs also must be in past tense. So Kondiba Patil was soon there. Okay, Kondiba Patil was soon there. Okay, like this you have to find out the mistakes. Okay, in tomorrow's session we'll discuss the next bit. Today's homework, take out the homework. Page number 382, second one. Page number 382, second one. Next, page number 386, passage number 8, passage number 9 and passage number 10. Okay, so this is for today's homework, and tomorrow's session we'll discuss the next bit. Okay, thank you.